It's just basically going to be compressing just this signal. Right? So we're going to put our point there. And then I wish this had like a threshold kind of, a threshold. And when you adjusted this, I wish it told you what the compression ratio is, but can't have everything. So, and then, so snap to, you don't want any unnatural expansion to happen. Well, I don't in this case. So see how it's like just touching the tops here. I'm going to bring that pre up a little bit. So there we go. It's just bringing those peaks down a little bit. Now we can bring out. All right. Yeah, there we go. So we got our bass compressed quite a bit. We want that because it's gonna keep the bass present through the whole thing. And one technique, I'll show you the expansion. I like using this. I like expanding out the bass. Hear that? It's really like it gates out, and this only happens on the sub. And what that does is creates a punchier, like more dynamic kind of. Gets rid of a lot of that bass rumble between when you, and it just like really focuses those blasts of bass, if you will. Anyways, moving on to our mids. Basically the same thing is happening here. We're just compressing each band. And yeah, I should explain this. I'll explain how this works another time, but basically you put a point near the peak, which is this here, and then you bring the other one down so that it, this is your compression. So basically, if this is going all the way up, it would be 1-to-1 ratio, okay? And what this is doing now, if we bring it down, yeah, this is about like halfway. I'm just looking like, this is about like 2-to-1, and this is about like 3-to-1 here. So I'm using about 3-to-1 compression. And that's basically ensuring that none of your peaks are going to poke out of the mix, and we could turn those up. See, because it compressed it about like, you know, probably about like 6 or 7 decibels now. So I can increase the mix or increase the post gain that much because we brought it down that much. And then basically this is just going to bring everything out. Like basically you're sugar coating the whole thing. Same thing with highs. And also what you could do on highs is add saturation. I'm not going to right now. It's -3, so let's bring it up 3 decibels. So after we've lightly compressed it, it sounded pretty good. Let's go to the master channel. See, we still got like 6 decibels that we can compress here. Now, what I like to do on the master channel is compress slowly, but eventually you want to bring it all up. So I'm creating a couple points here, and they are hard knees, but you're not gonna be able to hear it. So I got my light compression happening around, yeah, I think right here is better. So the lower points are getting compressed, and then the higher points are getting like majorly limited up here. So you'll notice that we're like barely compressing that. Let's turn the pre up. Okay, let's take a listen between our limiter and our maximus. That's maximus. And remember, when you're making something loud, the thing that's going to take a lot of energy away is the bass. So what you got to do is you got to be sure you're not turning the low up too much. because I know it sounds good in your ear headphones and it feels good on your speakers, but it's going to take a lot of the high end away. Now, furthermore, we need to cut the bass out. We need to cut the sub bass. And what I'm talking about with sub bass is, I talked about this in the high pass filter, but basically we're going to take out all the rumble. Okay. That does nothing for the mix, and all my fundamental harmonics, all my kick drums are cutting off at about -40. Go check out my high pass tutorial. All right, so we got like pretty good, like pretty loud talk or loud type mix. And you'll hear the most difference in the bass. Hear the most difference in the clarity of the bass, because you're compressing down that bass and just focusing it, right? So that's basically how you make a mix loud. You can also like boost the high end, and like there's no limits. Like you could seriously seeing like with Maximus, because I've already compressed these down, I could turn that pre up a lot before it even starts sounding like it's clipping, or before you hear that ducking, because you can like have these controlled type of so it's much louder now. Personally, I don't like making my things too loud. I like preserving some of that space. You know, what I'd probably do is just, I do like loud, like don't get me wrong, but this is a good starting point. Just take the heat off the pre. If you don't want it as loud, just take the heat off. And it's lightly compressed, but you still have all this other compression happening, which works, you know. So just be gentle. Be like, many gentle steps will create a dramatic difference in the end. So anyways, noobs, this is probably getting pretty long. So try with limiter, try with Maximus, just see what you can do. And that's how you create a loud mix. And do A/B tests, like render out some stuff, play like whatever song you want to sound like, and then just play those two beside each other. Say this could use a little more high end, and then use your pre EQ, just boost those highs a little bit, you know, and very like focused, you know, like if you want the presence in just a certain frequency, just bring that up, or bring it up in certain instruments that are in that range, and then you can get more up to that level. Like even these hi-hats could probably just like be turned up quite a bit, and like this, I got this 16th note thing that's happening. Anyways, take it easy.